Now Victoria Beckham has a couple different haircuts. So she has a long version and then she has the short version. So this one is going to be the longer version. And then I'm probably going to show you the shorter version. Hey guys, Coach Kimmy here, and our new guest, Patrick.
How are you?
And we have beautiful Gina.
Hi.
So this is going to be a great corrective color. So stay tuned for some magic to happen. So first we're going to talk to you about Gina's hair. So Gina, why don't you tell us what you're looking for?
I am actually looking for the Victoria Beckham, the bob, but with stacking in the back and short in the back, longer in the front, and just to really fix this color.
Okay, so tell us about the color. What'd you do with your color?
So I've been a blonde my whole life, platinum blonde, and I decided I wanted something different. So I went out and did a no-no and bought a box dye, and I went for a medium brown, and I did not achieve that at all. I achieved basically a light brown on the root, and to my shaft down. The bottom did not take because of my porous blonde over-processed hair, and the shaft basically is in between both.
Yeah, so this is what the color that she wants to. So she wants this haircut and this color. Patrick is going to do the haircut. So Patrick, tell us about yourself. Like, who did you work with that you learned these great, incredibly short haircuts?
I worked with in Manhattan, Richard Stein and Tomo Tomo salons. They were the greatest people that I worked with, very talented, and I learned a lot. And I took their methods and I used them for me. And I now have my own methods that I work with.
I love that. How brilliant is that, right? You learn from global artists around the world. You get their best knowledge, but then you get to imprint it into your brain, and then you get to make and create your own haircuts, right? You take the best out of this person, the best out of that person, the best thing that you learn from this person, and then you become an artist yourself. That's the goal, guys. So this is going to be a corrective color. Now we're going to talk about the color, right? So she wants dark. So the one thing that we have to think about is, does she need highlights? So what do you think, Patrick? Does she need highlights?
No, I don't think so.
She doesn't need highlights. What does she need?
Well, I feel that we should use a permanent color, very low volume, 5, to correct this, and that way it will grab onto her ends. They're like a sponge that absorbing,
Would you put your head up? Good.
too much on her ends, too brittle,
Yeah.
and to bring that down and fix it. And I feel permanent, volume 5 level,
Would do that.
Would
Yeah.
do that, yes.
Okay, so I'm going to show you a different perspective, right? So that's his perspective, and listen, it will work. Right, so I'm going to give you a different perspective of things that I've learned, right? So her hair is so porous, that means that there's a cuticle. Okay, so like hair has cuticle in it, right? So if you keep putting lightener with a volume peroxide, and of course to make her hair this light, she had to use probably a 40 volume peroxide, plus you leave it on long enough that it just will blow up that cuticle. The color also has ammonia in it, so that's what you want to be careful of. Okay, so really we want to stain this hair. So really color touch would be the best bet of not touching any of her, she already colored her hair like last week, so she doesn't have to color her gray. So right there we wouldn't use permanent color, but if she had her gray, we would use permanent color right away. Permanent color covers gray, period. That's good. But the newest thing that I want to teach you guys, color touch is a stain. So if you took a piece of wood and you put stain on that wood, it stays. You cannot get it out. You have to do a sander to get that out. But what's my trick? I have a trick that I'm going to teach you, and I'm not going to teach it to you right now because I want you to hold on and watch the whole entire video. I'm going to teach you a trick of how do you get semi-permanent color to be permanent with no ammonia in that color. So that's going to be a great thing. We're going to do a level 6. Now I'm just going to show you this to teach you on. All right, you always want to know color is not always easy to do. We're putting color back in the hair. So if she's a white sheet of paper, right, we got to learn a couple different things. The three primary colors are what? Say blueberries, strawberries, and bananas.
Okay. Blueberries, strawberries, and bananas.
How easy, right? Blue, red, and yellow. It's just a very easy way to memorize, because listen, we're hairdressers for a long time. When people would ask me, I'm thinking, what's the three primary colors? Because there's so many colors. How do you remember it's those three colors? Blueberries, strawberries, and bananas. So easy. Make it easy to memorize color. So now we have to put blueberries, strawberries, and bananas back into that color hair. Why? Because she's a white sheet of paper. It needs color back in there. She's lost all pigment of her hair. All right, so it's not really blueberries, strawberries, and bananas. It's yellow, red, and blue. And that's basically just a way for you to memorize it. And yes, we need to put back that color back in that hair. We're gonna low light her hair. We'll do a full process on her, and then I'm going to show you the pattern that we'll do, because she wants a little bit of balayage, but really we're going to low light her. So it's going to be an awesome job. So we're going to let Patrick do the haircut first, and stay tuned. Hey guys, so listen, this is one of the most important things that you're going to do while you're back here, right? So she's going to need a clarifier, and tell them why she's going to need a clarifier.
She's got a lot of buildup on her from root to end. And so what clarifying does is take it, and I wouldn't say strip all the stuff on it, but I would just say that it makes it manageable to do color. It helps it absorb the color better. It takes all the buildup off that she has on her hair.
And that's what we want to do. We want to take up all the buildup, anything that's in her hair. So remember something, when you're painting a wall, you prepare the wall, don't you? You don't just paint on dirty, dusty walls, right? So we need to do that first, but this is going to be the next most important thing. All right, this is porosity control conditioner. We want to make sure that we're putting some porosity back in this hair, because she's lost all porosity. So I love this. I love this for perms. I love when somebody has colored hair and they want to perm their hair. This is your insurance. This is absolute good insurance. Because we want her hair color to take really well when we're going to do it, we want to really have some good insurance. So Patrick is going to wash her, and that's what we're going to use. We're going to use the Tech Clarifying Shampoo to get everything out of the hair. And then we're going to use porosity control conditioner, and we will rinse it out. And then I use a tiny, tiny bit in my hand, and then I'll put it on all her blondest pieces before I dry that hair. But he'll do the haircut first. So Patrick, tell me what makes you determine where to cut from. How do you know where to start?
Well, when you do this bob, you start at the nape of the neck, and then you use your first cut as your guide, and then you bring the hair over directly to the point where you cut it, and then you over direct. She wants that Beckham look, that
Beautiful.
Bob Beckham look, so that's what you do.
Great. Okay, did you get that, guys? So he's doing his first cut is going to be his guide. And that Victoria Beckham haircut is very short in the back, and then when he angles it, he's saying it's going to fall forward. Beautiful. You already start to see the shape. It's going to wrap around her face, and that's what she's really wanting. And what is he doing right now? It's called sly layering. He's like cutting it, but he's following his fingers. Now, Victoria Beckham has a couple different haircuts. So she has a long version, and then she has the short version. So this one is going to be the longer version. And then I'm probably going to show you the shorter version. Now he also, you can tell too that he has learned from Vidal Sassoon because he has such precision cutting. Love that. It's so cool that haircuts could be all different ways. Precision cutting means that when you cut that hair that way, it stays that way. Like, meaning like the Dorothy Hamill haircut, right? Like, why did her hair stay when she swung around and spun around on the ice floor? Because the haircut was cut, precision cutting, that it will always go back to the same shape no matter what you did with the hair. So that's what precision cutting is. And now he keeps combing it down so that he could see his guide. And he's going to go from that guide and work his way up. Now Victoria Beckham has a couple different haircuts. So she has a long version and then she has the short version. So this one is going to be the longer version. And then I'm probably going to show you the shorter version. Now he also, you can tell too that he has learned from Vidal Sassoon because he has such precision cutting. Love that. It's so cool that haircuts could be all different ways. Precision cutting means that when you cut that hair that way, it stays that way. Like, meaning like the Dorothy Hamill haircut, right? Like, why did her hair stay when she swung around and spun around on the ice floor? Because the haircut was cut, precision cutting, that it will always go back to the same shape no matter what you did with the hair. So that's what precision cutting is. Hair cutting to watch is so soothing and so comforting. It's funny, a lot of people talk on my YouTube channel and they comment and always say like they just love watching. It's so interesting to see how a shape is developed. It's really an art piece. So this is his canvas and he's creating. See, now listen, I want to teach you. See his shoulder right there? That's so important that he has his shoulder up. He's not slagging. He's making sure that his body position is accurate for that really great haircut. And listen, body position matters a ton. You know, his shoulder has to be up to get the line that he wants, clean and continuous. And he's point cutting. And it's a nice clean line. See, he still has a line that he's creating, but he point cuts to get that line. He's not just doing a straight ledge. See, and you see all that soft little hair because that's where the point cutting comes from, but that's where all the beautiful volume comes from as well. And basically, he's pulling the whole entire haircut back to his guide. On the left side, it's going to do the left, and he's pulling all the stuff to the right side, to the right, so he has his guide. Beautiful. What does point cutting do, guys? You guys know now it softens the hair. So when that hair falls forward, it's just going to be soft. It's not going to be a rigid line. When you cut straight lines, it gets so rigid and it doesn't even look good. That's why I don't like straight lines at all. Unless it was something that I really need to do a straight line, I don't do a ton of straight lines. I really like to do it so it's point cutting and it's softer.